Some major updates have just been released. The United States and China appear to be on the verge of opening discussions around reducing or even eliminating steep tariffs. Currently, U.S. goods face 125% tariffs in China, while Chinese products face up to 145% tariffs in the U.S. This is a significant shift and could have a major impact on consumer prices in the coming weeks. According to several credible sources, the U.S. has developed a strategy to initiate talks. However, things remain uncertain due to ongoing tensions, with former President Trump continuing to blame China for the global pandemic and its aftermath. I'll explain what this all means, what to expect next, and how this could play out, but know this process won't happen overnight. Now, let's break it down. Recently, there's been a lot of back and forth between US and Chinese leaders, with both sides issuing strong statements. But now we're seeing something new. China is showing signs that it's willing to return to the negotiation table. That's encouraging, especially as both nations face growing domestic frustration over skyrocketing prices. A recent report highlighted that the last shipments arriving from China without the full tariff load are almost here. Experts warn that shortages and price hikes could start as early as this month or June, with many bracing for even steeper increases by July. China's interest in revisiting trade talks is tied to economic pressure at home. Manufacturing activity recently saw its biggest decline since 2023, and export demand has plummeted. U.S. companies have scaled back orders, and Chinese consumers are also cutting back due to the high cost of American imports. One report emphasized that, if the U.S. wants to talk, there's no harm for China, suggesting Beijing is open to discussions, though it also wants clarity on Washington's true intentions. Reuters confirmed that the U.S. is signaling a willingness to start fresh talks, with officials mentioning the need to first reduce existing tariffs 145% on Chinese goods and 125% on U.S. exports, before moving forward. Trump has pointed to China's failure to uphold its purchasing commitments under the 2020 Phase 1 trade agreement as a sticking point. That deal called for China to buy $200 billion more in U.S. goods and services over 2 years, but those plans were derailed by the pandemic. There are also concerns about non-tariff barriers and ongoing intellectual property violations. For example, well-known investor Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, has voiced frustration over counterfeit products and knockoffs of American brands, everything from gaming consoles to luxury goods being sold without proper licensing. State-affiliated Chinese media have also suggested a shift in tone, noting that the U.S. has reached out through multiple channels to discuss tariff reduction. While past efforts may have stalled, the current signs are more promising. Trump's administration has reportedly made several new overtures, particularly with tariff deadlines approaching for other countries by July 8. China, however, is still facing the steepest tariffs of all. These high duties are placing a growing burden on everyday Americans. Prices for basic necessities, electronics, and services continue to climb. Even Microsoft just announced a price increase for Xbox, a console that's been on the market for years. Despite all this, there's a silver lining, the possibility of a breakthrough. Negotiations won't happen overnight, but the fact that both sides are engaging is a step in the right direction. Lower tariffs could lead to lower prices, and that's something everyone can benefit from. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more updates like this. Let's see where this goes.